up, YouTube? I have just received this beautiful contraption right here. Let's get it. Text message, I don't know the number. Hey. So today I am going to go over the top 10 Netflix series to binge watch during this quarantine. I do have preferences in what I do watch. I also watch what is the top 10 recommended. I also have this right here. I purchased this because a few of my friends have told me that they could barely hear me because they don't have a mic while I'm recording. So now I'll show you the number one that I think Netflix series to watch. So what we have behind me here is Queen of the South. So if you wanted to watch something that is boss-like, where females are dominating, this is super interesting to watch. It's really good. It's kind of bloody and gory, but it is highly recommended. Just show you what it's like in there. Oops. So this is Teresa Mendoza. She is the greatest actor. She is making boss moves, and this Netflix series is actually in Spanish, but you can also change it to English as well while you watch. Okay, so the second, well, it's already listed up there as well. The number 2 recommended Netflix series is called Money Heist. I actually used to think that it was pronounced as Heist, which kind of sounds like yeast, but I was incorrect. So Money Heist is super crazy about robbing banks, making plans, keeping hostages, and not hurting them at all. But it's just insane. But it is a number 2 for me on my top 10 recommended Netflix series to binge watch. So if you see here, Money Heist. A lot of people wear those masks as well and wear red hoodies. So that's the number 2 thing that I have watched. Can't wait for the next few series. So the number 3 top 10 recommended Netflix series that I also recommend to binge watch as well, which is already up here on the top 3, which is called Ozark. So this is another one with having to do with family, cartel, action. It's kind of suspenseful. So for those top 3 Netflix series that I have just mentioned, it's very, very interesting to watch. And these are mostly action, planning, plotting, adventure, suspense, and a lot of drama. It's more towards the older crowd. Okay, so I kind of set it up in a little bit of different categories. So for the top 4 recommended series to watch on Netflix, so if you are planning on a business, if you wanted to educate yourself and learn more about what a niche is, what marketing is, what kind of things that you can build from scratch and make it expand and grow and become millionaires in the future, I do recommend watching Dragon's Den. I watch this all the time, get educated, learn about a lot of different marketing aspects. And I do see that some are actually Toronto, Ontario based, Winnipeg based, and it's actually really amazing. So again, part of the category of business association and building something that is touching and inspirational to watch as well is Tiny House Nation, which is right over here. Tiny House Nation is actually shipping containers that people have been living in huge homes, but they don't know how to declutter, take up a lot of space and want to live smaller. So I think that shipping containers as houses is super interesting, and it's like you can have 1, 2, 3, 4 and make it into something super huge. And it's just, this series was really inspirational. I cried a few times for most of the episodes, and I really enjoyed it. So with Tiny House Nation as well, something similar to this is if you go down to more like this on your Netflix, you click onto it, you will see other series or other shows that are relevant to what you have just watched. So relevant to building beautiful ideas, beautiful houses and such. I have come across this show here called The World's Most Extraordinary Homes. In this series, it's insane. Like, houses that are built on islands, houses built on top of water, different areas on the forest, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And it's so luxurious. Like, look at that. Beautiful views, beautiful scenery, just very nice and colorful. Okay, so now the next area, or like the next topic that I have for the top 10 Netflix series to binge watch, I categorized it as a exercising your brain type of show. So these are kind of game shows. These are actually game shows. They're competitive. Some of them are inspirational. So I just listed 2 for these. The first one that I suggest to watch is called Minute to Win It. So in Minute to Win It, it's a bunch of, like, say for example, if you're a partier and you play beer pong, ping pong, something like that. So instead of with alcohol, they do all these different types of fun activities without it, and it's competitive. It's actually really interesting because they only have a minute for each game. So this is really interesting to watch as well. So the second type of game show, or some type of competition series that I have here, is called Ultimate Beastmasters. So in this Netflix series, if it'll let me press, so in this Netflix series is a whole bunch of athletes, a whole bunch of like moms, dads, teenagers, I believe, well, more so maybe young adults. They set themselves up to compete, and you could see there like all the action-packed fun stuff. They're all from different countries, from different backgrounds, and they do all these interesting and fun things that maybe you can do on a playground or in the gym, like gymnastics, and they combined it all together. And I believe that this was a nice series because some of their background stories make you want to cry. Really interesting. Now, if you did, or if you have come and watched this far, do we have any zombies in the house? Just kidding. Anyways, so I also recommend, these are my last top 2, so now we're at number 9, Netflix series to binge watch. I love baking. I love cooking. I love eating, and just all desserts and all that stuff. Sugar, sweet, salty, you name it. So there's a series here called Zumbo's Just Desserts. I watched this maybe once or twice, and I got hooked onto it because I started seeing all these interesting and like exotic, extraordinary looking types of desserts, and it's like, ooh, it gave me some it gave me some inspiration in wanting to bake more, cook more, make unique desserts and designs with my food, and make beautiful presentations. Okay, so for my top 10 and final series on Netflix to binge watch is called Sugar Rush. It actually comes in 2 different types of seasons, because one is a holiday season and then the other is a normal one. So this is also relevant to Zumbo's Just Desserts, but with cakes, baked goods, muffins, I believe, all of the sugary goodness. So I am going to wrap it up here because this is the end of my video. I thank you for coming to my channel. I thank you for listening to my suggestions. And if you have any other Netflix suggestions that you'd like to share with me, I will definitely give it a try. And I hope you will join me in my other few next videos as well in the near future. So don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!